Hey guys, what's going on? I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I constructed at least half of this charging wall slash peg wall. The other half I have disassembled for the purpose of this video. So, let's roll the video. So guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you do enjoy the video at the end, please also hit the like button down below. And if you enjoyed it that much, let me know which bits about the charging wall you like the most and comment down below. So first things first, the reason I wanted a charging wall slash peg wall was basically because this room was getting full of equipment and it wasn't very organized at all. So I went online and looked on Pinterest as well, and I saw some great ideas using a peg wall to put your stuff on charge and also hang up stuff that was maybe lying around the room. So this is one of the reasons why I eventually went and done this myself. So if this is something you're interested in, follow along and we're going to get into the building. So first things first, what you need to basically construct a peg wall is a pegboard, a bag of accessories that lock into the peg wall itself, some extra cables, because the last thing you want to be doing is threading the cables around the back of the pegboard and then realizing you don't have any cables left for when you're actually out in the field. Your cables are stuck behind the pegboard. So I ordered some extra cables just for the board itself. Next on my list is Velcro. This is the main thing I use to stick any battery packs or drone batteries to the wall. Next thing on the list, some cable ties. This is purely for cable management, but you could also use these to tie down charging stations like I said, but ideally I would recommend Velcro. Another thing I got is some offset wall mounts. I got a bag of these, I don't know if you can see these. Basically what this allows, the board to sit slightly off the wall so I can run the cables easier down the back. And the last thing you need is an extension cable, which you can see somewhere over there. That's already installed for the purpose of this video. Like I said, I took down the pegboard so I can show you guys how I created it. So once you've got all those things, then you can get to building. I will link all the stuff that I brought for the pegboard down below in the description. So if you wanted to go and build one of these yourselves, you could. And then lastly, actually to construct the pegboard, need a drill, hammer, couple of screws, some socket, and also you need a tape measure and a spirit level to make sure the actual board is straight. The last thing you want is the boards being wonky and they don't look very level. So with that said, let's get into it. So for the purpose of this video, I've already drilled the holes for the pegboard, screwed in the sockets, and I've also put the extension cable up there, which is ready to go, which will be the main power source for the charging wall itself. So the next thing to do really is to thread the charging cables through the back of the pegboard, which I'll show you what I've done now. So initially what I've done was install the pegboard up on the wall, and as you can see, I put Velcro straps where I wanted the charging points to go. And also there, using a larger drill head, I made the hole bigger so I could thread more charging cables through, because I knew this was where I was going to have the charging centers for the different types of batteries I got. So as you can see, some of the cables are loose on the back, so we're just going to go ahead and use some simple cable ties just to manage those cables running down the back here. So let's go ahead and do that. So the cables are a little bit neater now, so now they're just going to go ahead and put the board up on the wall. So as you can see, before I put the pegboard up, I've already installed the LED strip that runs around both of the pegboards. So that's already installed, obviously, because now I'm going to go and put the pegboard over the top of the LED strip. So without further ado, let's plug in the cables first. So they're already in the extension cable, and then we're going to put the board up and screw them in, just using the offsets that screw into these bolt heads here. So as you can see, I'll just do the 3 for the time being so you can see basically how it looks now on the board. The cables are off to the right. So now we'll quickly tuck these behind here. And already you can see that it's starting to look a bit more tidier and the cables are managed quite well, nicely behind the board itself. Next thing, let's go and start putting up the battery chargers and also any other equipment that I want to install onto the wall itself. So first things first, let's install the charging battery packs. As you can see, I've cut out Velcro purposely to fit both of the backs of these, and these will then line up with the charging points there to the cables that are running on the back of the pegboard. So let's do that. Like I said, because they're Velcro, they do peel off if you have any issues with trying to install them, and obviously when you can take them out in the field. So let me just do this correctly. Done. So like I said, I bought a bunch of extra accessories within that bag that I showed you earlier that has some different mounting brackets. So this one I'm going to use for the gimbal. So next to install is the drone charging points. We're going to go ahead and put these on the board. Like I said, these are already got Velcro on them. So let's go ahead and put these in. So guys, as you can see behind me, the charging wall is now installed. I also have another pegboard the other side for any other stuff lying around, like pegs, clips, tripods, backpack, but it's all there behind me, nice and stored. But one key other little feature that I added for a little bit of fun is a wireless smart plug. So watch this. Boom. Let me just turn off the light so you can see what it looks like in the dark. So both of those corners, turn the light back on, both controlled by smart plugs, and also that one right there is also controlled. So I can turn them both on using the smart plug through the home app. But lastly, let me just turn the light off again. If I switch over and I'll show you, switch over and show you, I can now control the color of the LEDs to match what I'm feeling. So that's another little feature that you could also install. So guys, it's done. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, or if you have any questions, please leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to answer any questions. But if you really did enjoy the video, please give it a like, and if you want to see more content from me, please click the subscribe button. From me, I'm out. Have a good night. See ya.